NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said that the Western military alliance will continue to strengthen its partnership with Japan, adding that our security is closely interconnected as Russia's war on Ukraine raises global dangers. Arriving in Tokyo from South Korea on Monday, where he had urged Seoul to increase its military support for Ukraine, Stoltenberg said that his trip was aimed at strengthening relations between NATO and a highly valued partner, Japan. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida had sounded alarm that Russia's aggression in Europe could happen in Asia, where concerns are growing over China's escalating tensions with Taiwan as well as threats from North Korea. Already a close ally of the United States, Japan has in recent years expanded its military ties with other Indo-Pacific nations as well as the United Kingdom, Europe and NATO. The death toll has risen to 92 people after a mosque suicide bombing which targeted policemen in the city of Peshawar in Pakistan. The mosque is within a high security zone and an investigation is underway into how the bomber got in. The attack, one of Pakistan's bloodiest in years, has left scores more injured. A Pakistani Taliban claim to have carried out the bombing was later denied by the militant group, which blamed it on a splinter faction. In the past, the Pakistani Taliban have refrained from claiming some attacks on mosques, schools or markets because they say they are at war with security forces and not the Pakistani people, but many doubt such denials. On Tuesday, rescuers scrambled to retrieve worshippers buried in the rubble, pulling out 9 people alive but recovering a further 24 bodies. No one remained trapped, the local officials said. The crew of an Indian airline Vistara tied an Italian woman to a seat during a flight after she allegedly punched one member of her staff and spat on another. The woman, who was travelling on Vistara flight from Abu Dhabi, was arrested in Mumbai on Monday and later released on police bail. Her lawyer has denied the allegations, saying it is a false story. But Vistara said its staff had to restrain the women for continued unruly conduct and violent behavior. A newspaper reported that a Vistara staff member alleged in a police complaint that the passenger punched them and spat on their colleague. According to the complaint, the crew member had objected after the woman left her economy class seat to sit in the business class. The complaint also accuses the woman of stripping and littering the plane. Vistara said in a statement that the flight's captain issued a warning card and made a decision to restrain the customer because of her behavior. US President Joe Biden has ruled out sending F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine despite renewed calls from Ukrainian officials for urgent air support. Asked by reporting on Monday if the US would be providing the planes, Mr. Biden simply replied, no. His comment comes a day after Germany's leader also ruled out sending the jets. Ukraine has long been pushing its allies to send advanced warplanes to help Kyiv take control of its airspace in its ongoing war with Russia. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and the country's top military officials say that there should be no taboos on such military aid, but the US and its partners fear that this would lead to further escalation with a nuclear-armed Russia. The US-made F-16s would be a significant upgrade on the Soviet-era fighting jets, mostly mixed, Ukraine is currently using, which were made before the country declared independence from the USSR in 1991. However, Mr. Biden has reportedly rebuffed Ukraine's pleas for the jets, instead focusing on providing military support in other areas.